Welcome back, Guardians. Today we're going to talk about another weapon. This time around we're going to talk about the new Beyond Light rocket launcher. And the reason why I want to talk about rocket launchers is due to the fact that they're getting a buff in the next season. All rocket launchers are going to do 15% more damage. And not only that, Bungie's going to go and individually buff each and every exotic rocket launcher to make them feel more appealing. So with that being said, let's take a look at the Subzero Salvo. So let's get one thing straight about the Subzero Salvo. It's one of my favorite rocket launchers in the game, and that is because it comes with a precision frame, which intrinsically makes it so this weapon fires small auto-tracking missiles. Missiles, by that extent, will lock onto targets when aimed. This makes it so you don't really have to aim as much when you aim down your sights, and it's really helpful against moving targets. As for what you would want with this weapon when it comes to masterworking, well, the only thing I really consider viable for this is blast radius, and I will get back into that in a little bit. But just know that handling isn't really worth it due to the fact that there are some perks that compensate for this, and reload speed, well, this could be good if you feel like you want to have fast reload speed, but rocket launcher loader combined with, say, barriers or anything else that improves reload speed in group activities makes reload speed not really worthwhile. Therefore, I'm gonna focus on blast radius. And if you're wondering about stability, well, it's a rocket launcher that fires one round in between it having to reload, so therefore stability is just out of the question. And with that in mind, I would still go with something that gives you velocity in the first tier. Therefore, I would personally go with quick launch because it gives you both handling and velocity. You could go with smart drift control as well. You get some more recoil compensation and stability, but once again, it fires one round per magazine, so it's not really worth having something that gives you stability. For the second perk, well, there is no question about it. You want impact casing. And the only reason you want impact casing is because it increases the damage on direct hits. And this rocket launcher is all about the direct hits due to the fact that it has a precision frame. So impact casing all the way. As for the third tier, I would go with quick draw due to the fact that if you're going to use this as a boss killing weapon, you're going to be able to quickly swap between this and any other weapon you have in your inventory. Meaning that you can fire off a salvo with this, quick swap into a weapon, shoot some rounds with that, quick swap back, and if the target's not dead, then you reload and you repeat the process, making this really good. If you're going to use this for killing ads instead, I would recommend Ambitious Assassin, since if you kill more than one target, you're going to trigger Ambitious Assassin and it's going to overflow the magazine based on the number of rapid kills you get before reloading. So that is pretty good if you're going to use this for an ad clearing weapon. So quick draw for bosses, Ambitious Assassin for ads. And for the final tier, I would go with Cluster Bomb. Cluster Bomb is a great all-around perk that just does a lot of damage and deals more damage in an area. This also works surprisingly well for bosses, since the detonated small bombs can hit the bosses multiple times. But once again, if you're going to use this for ad clearing, I might recommend you to use Chain Reaction instead, since it gives the weapon a dragonfly kind of perk, and this is really good for ad clearing. Therefore, I would either recommend Cluster Bomb or Chain Reaction. So, to recap really quickly, for boss damage, you would go with Quick Launch, Impact Casing, Quick Draw, and Cluster Bomb. For ad clearing, you would go with Quick Launch, Impact Casing, Ambitious Assassin, and Chain Reaction. So these are the two different roles I would focus on when getting this weapon. Also, finally, if you want to use this for PvP, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go through what perks are good for PvP, because it's a rocket launcher. You barely have any heavy ammo to begin with, and if you get it, well, you have like 1 or 2 shots, and your precision frame will do most of the work for you. And even in that case, there are better rocket launchers, such as Truth. But if you want to use this gun, I would only highly recommend that you focus all of your effort on blast radius. So the only tier you really have to worry about when it comes to rocket launcher in PvP is the first one, and the only one that's good for the first one when it comes to blast radius is volatile launch, so keep that in mind if you want to get this for PvP. And the gun itself, it functions really well. The precision frame really helps a lot with making this a consistent weapon, and I do believe that this is one of the guns people will start using with a 15% rocket launcher buff. So if you haven't gotten this, I highly recommend you get one. You're going to be able to get one for the remainder of the year because the sunsetting of this weapon is far ahead. So you still have a good amount of months to use this weapon. And with that being said, I want to ask you guys a question, and that is, what do you think about Subzero Salvo? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you did enjoy the video, then liking the video and subscribing to the channel is a great way to stay up to date on the latest uploads, as well as being a great way to support the channel itself. And as always, until next time, this is TCSpectre signing off.